Every time you kiss me, I'm still not certain.
All right, everybody. By now, you've heard about this lawsuit going on between Bridget Cruz and Priscilla Presley. And, everybody's weighing in, including Joel Weinshanker. And also, Rockology is putting the slam down on Priscilla currently as well. So let's talk about this. So, Rockology historian says Priscilla Presley was not around to know Elvis's jewelry and guns at auction by GWS. So the authenticity of Elvis memorabilia sold by GWS was recently called into question, but GWS maintains that it stands behind everything it sells. What do we know about GWS? We just know that Priscilla Presley and Bridget Cruz are involved or were involved in it. Now they're suing each other. It's interesting to stand back and watch. But Stephen Schetz, a music historian and the owner of Rockology Auctions, is weighing in on the ongoing drama surrounding Bridget and her former partner, Bridget Cruz. And he believes that Priscilla can't authenticate a lot of these items. The biggest statement he and others have said is that, frankly, she really wasn't around either when these items were bought or when they were worn. On July 18th, Priscilla's lawyer, Marty Singer, filed a lawsuit claiming Cruz, among others, took advantage of poor Priscilla at 79 and stole $1 million. Of course, they've all denied all of this, that they didn't do it. And of course, Joel Weinshanker has been very, very vocal lately on this, and I think he's just been waiting to fire his shots. Of course, who's been very silent is Riley, your granddaughter Riley. But in a statement posted to their website on July 25th, GWS Auctions claims that Priscilla's letter of recollection offered with certain pieces at auction, including those from Colonel Parker, were very clear. Letters of recollection and letters of authenticity are two different things. Schetz, who has worked in memorabilia for decades, has gotten to know Cruz over the years, maintains Priscilla would not know the authenticity of items belonging to Elvis after their separation in 1972. Priscilla stayed in touch with Elvis. They shared a daughter. They shared custody, obviously. But basically that Priscilla was not around. Absolutely not to know the jewelry, the guns, and all those sort of things. And he maintains that he does background checks and stuff, and he knows that she wasn't around to back up these claims and to really profit from them. I mean, we know she got paid for these certificates of memory or whatever they are. In the NBC report, Grayson said that a gold pendant sold by GWS Auctions would have come into Elvis's possession and been gifted to Parker before Priscilla entered Elvis's life. Grayson also said a pair of gold Aloha from Hawaii snowman cufflinks would have been purchased for Parker at a time when he and Priscilla were separated. If they hadn't talked for months and months and months in person, how does she know what Elvis did and didn't do, said Joel Weinshanker, managing partner of Elvis Presley Enterprises, in the report. That is a slam onto Priscilla, a slam. Still, GWS maintains that Priscilla maintained a close relationship with Parker up until the time of his passing. And they say while experts can legitimately form different opinions regarding the authenticity of an item of any asset class, GWS stands behind everything it sells and categorically denies trafficking in fake or inauthentic items attributed to Elvis Presley. That being said, Joel just slammed Priscilla. You weren't around. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. That's what he just said, basically. Schetz notes that GWS Auctions moved to offer letters of recollection rather than certificates of authenticity, basically skirt around the law. Reps for attorneys of Cruz and Priscilla did not immediately respond to requests for comment. And then these articles are always talking about Priscilla and Cruz working together in 2021. Cruz said they met before that. Priscilla said they did not. They met in 2021. It's very bizarre. Schetz says Priscilla has not known Bridget for years like Bridget has claimed. So it almost sounds like Schetz is on it makes sense why Schetz might be on Priscilla's side a little bit more. Then because he might be getting paid off, and plus there'll be another auctioneer out of the market. So I don't know if I believe anything Schetz says, but he does say it's very bizarre. Priscilla's not known Bridget for years like Bridget's claimed. Bridget, Priscilla, they definitely did not know one another. If anything, I feel sorry for Priscilla. I don't know why anybody would feel sorry for Priscilla. in all honesty, because they've been working together. There's pictures of them together. There's dinners of them together. They clearly knew each other. This guy from Rockology is off of his rocker if he's going to say that he feels sorry for for Priscilla and that they didn't know each other. Of course they knew each other. That's silly. It's documented. They've got contracts they've signed, pictures together, all this other stuff. But anyhow, I thought you guys would want to see some of these wonderful pictures of Elvis's jewelry throughout the years as well while we're talking about this, because some of these pieces are up. Some of these pieces that he gave to Parker, some of these pieces that, like that black grommet jacket that's it's in Graceland, where Joel Weinshanker was like, I don't know where this piece came from, but the original one is sitting in our archives, unless it was switched out. And I don't know why Priscilla would claim that it's authentic, knowing that it's at Graceland. Wasn't she like the head of Graceland for all these years, supposedly? But I mean, what do you guys think about this? I mean, this is not just really a question about Priscilla. I know that a lot of y'all do not like Priscilla, but these lawsuits that say Cruz categorically denies any elder financial abuse, and then Joel Weinshanker kind of laying the hammer down on Priscilla, and then you got Rockology guy, I'm not even going to mention his name, supposedly defending Priscilla for some reason. I don't know why. And those letters of recollection, that's a great way to skirt and make people think, certificate of authenticity. And really, it's just relying on a person's memory. And we know that Priscilla, her memory, is questionable in a lot of ways. So anyhow, and then GWS starts talking about how Elvis Presley Enterprises offers to authenticate certain lots for a fee. And this is why Elvis Presley Enterprises in Graceland is trying to stop this or make people question it, because they're not getting a piece of it. Which makes some sense in a way, except if it's not owned by Elvis Presley Enterprises, then it's a free market, unless it's a fake. Unless these are fake items, which some people are asserting they are. It's not the position I'm making. This is really for entertainment only. I'm just kind of talking about the news that's out there. But additionally, Mrs. Presley's name was inscribed in one of the pieces, and she maintained a close relationship with Colonel Parker up until the time of his passing. Mrs. Presley's recollections about these pieces are very clear, says GWS. And they also claim that EBE is not the only source of expertise with respect to Elvis Presley memorabilia. So they're trying to fight back. I mean, it's just a crazy. I mean, you think about how crazy the Elvis world has kind of been since the Elvis 2022 movie. So let's wrap it up with this last piece. On Friday, July 19th, Weinshanker told NBC News that he first became suspicious of GWS Auctions items when he saw a black grommet jacket supposedly worn by Elvis in '72 go up for sale. However, he claimed that jacket, made as a one-of-a-kind item for the late singer, is hanging in Graceland's private collection. The same one that Priscilla recollects is Elvis's. So that's a very fine line. Anyhow, let me know. TCB TLC, share this video, like this video, or if you don't like it, dislike it. If you don't like the channel, all the same to me. I just want you to get your opinion out there. Leave a comment. Become a member by hitting that join button. As always, let me know what you think about it, whether you are in agreement, whether you are in disagreement. Talk to your fellow subscribers to this channel. And thanks so much for being part of the Elvis world. Elvis, I think, is looking down with a lot of favor upon everybody for continuing to keep his memory alive.